We are gathered here today to sip some tea, honey, so make sure you guys have your teacups ready because this tea is what? Piping hot. Hey, you guys, it's your girl T, and I hope everybody's doing good today. Make sure you guys have your teacups ready.
Get ready. Y'all get ready.
Yes, you get ready.
Because this tea is what? Piping hot. Yes, it's that time again, honey. Don't you just love the Pissy Pipe Piper meme? So anyways, you guys, I want to do an update on the whole R. Kelly situation. I talked about this the other day, and I told you guys that the BBC was getting ready to release a documentary called Girls, Sex, and Videotapes. So that documentary was released last night, and I watched it this morning, and it was really interesting to say the least, okay? Kitty Jones was on there. They ended up also interviewing R. Kelly's brothers, security guards, and all types of people. And a lot of folks were spilling tea on R. Kelly and basically talking about how, you know, he did have an affinity for young girls. He didn't care if they were 15 or 16, as long as they had a fat ass, he was trying to fuck. And then on top of that, a lot of girls confirmed what I've been hearing forever. If you grew up in the Midwest, especially like in Minneapolis, in Chicago, we've been hearing these rumors and these R. Kelly stories since we were in 7th grade, like literally junior high. I remember friends moving from Chicago to Minneapolis and letting us know how their older sisters or their cousins hooked up with R. Kelly. And I'm talking about we're in 7th grade and their older sisters are like 15, 16. You know what I'm saying? So these have been rumors that have been around for years. This is nothing new. I was not shocked by this. And you know, back in the 90s, it was a lot different too. You had a lot of older guys who would come at young girls. You had girls who had, you know, grown boyfriends who would pick them up at school. That's how it was at my high school. A lot of females dated older guys in their 20s. And I think back then it wasn't seen as such a bad thing as it is now for whatever reason. But I mean, this went on a lot, okay? But that does not excuse anything, because at the end of the day, that person is an adult and they have no business talking to somebody under the age of 18. Now, this documentary was very interesting. But my thing is this, I find it funny that, you know, everybody saw this going on and everybody's, you know, now trying to call out R. Kelly and everybody saying, yeah, you know, I seen him talking to girls that were like, you know, super young. It was kind of disturbing, but yet and still none of these men did anything. None of them. And then even when the white guy was telling his story about how, you know, they'd be in the room and there literally be like, you know, 10, 15 guys running a train on one girl, or, you know, telling the girls like, you know, you have to go suck him off. And the girls like, well, I don't want to suck him off. Like, no, you're going to suck him off. You know, I find it fun that they're all telling these stories, but you cannot tell me that a lot of these guys did not participate in this behavior. You know what I'm saying? So you're watching all this sex go on, but you're not participating. I just find that really, really interesting. Now, of course, they don't want to incriminate themselves, and I understand that, but I refuse to believe that he was doing all of this. So many people knew, so many people were aware of this, but none of these guys supposedly engaged in the situation. I highly doubt that. You know, a lot of guys love residual groupies. A lot of guys love to be on tour with celebrities because they get all the groupie ass they can get regardless of age. So the documentary was interesting. Kitty Jones, once again, to me is a weirdo. I'm just not feeling this woman. The fact that R. Kelly told her that he had been training a girl since she was 14, and you notice she refused to say how old the girl was, but she admitted to allowing that girl to eat her out. So like I said in my original video, we don't know if the girl was 15, 19. We don't know how old the girl was or how many years R. Kelly had been training her. But to me, in my heart of hearts, I feel like that girl is probably underage. And it's really disgusting that he was having underage girls performing sex on grown women, and these grown women were also allowing it.
When I was introduced to one of the girls that he told me he trained, and since she was 14, those were his words. And then that's when the girl walked in. He had her crawl on the floor towards me and perform oral sex on me. And he said, "This is my fucking pet."
Even during the court case, you had grown women admitting to allowing younger underage girls to have sex with them to please R. Kelly. So this man's a pervert, but this is nothing new in this industry. You know, and my thing is, if R. Kelly goes down, people keep asking, well, how come he's not in jail? Why hasn't he gone down yet? You got to realize R. Kelly's not the only person doing this, okay? This is what goes down in the industry. You have this going on in the entertainment industry all the way around. Actors, comedians, singers, rappers, a lot of them get with underage people. There's all types of pedophilia rings. You know, there's all types of like really sinister stuff that goes on in this industry, because with fame and money comes all types of power, and people throwing all common sense out the window, and a lot of people just feeling like they can't be touched. You know, so while they're doing this documentary on R. Kelly, and you got the BBC making money off of these young black girls' pain, I hope they also put the same energy into putting out a documentary about Roman Polanski and all these other perverts out here like Kevin Spacey and all these other people who are being caught out for having sex with underage people as well. Don't just make R. Kelly the scapegoat. Let's expose every damn body for their sexual deviancy, because he's not the only one. A lot of these rappers, that's how they get down. A lot of these entertainers, that's how they get down. He's been the one that's been constantly caught up all these years. But I bet you if he ever goes to jail, he looks like the type that he'll take everybody down with him. The fact that he was ready to throw his brother, his own brother, under the bus, it tells me a lot about his character, okay? So this entire situation is crazy. So the documentary was definitely a trip. It's about an hour long. If you guys have not seen it, I'll post a link down below. You guys can go ahead and check it out. So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Let me know what you guys think about the documentary now that it's out. Have you watched it? Are you going to watch it? And then what do you feel can happen to R. Kelly at this point in time? Because it seems like now he's not really messing with many underage girls like back in the day. I think that he's trying to tread on, careful waters, but he's definitely running some type of sex dungeon, some type of sex cult. I don't put anything past R. Kelly. But again, we also have to ask, what is going on with these young women, 19, 20-year-old women, where they feel they need to go and be a part of this sex cult with R. Kelly. It's sad that a lot of young women feel like they have no other recourse, so they have nothing else going on in their lives but their body, and to sleep with this disgusting man that everybody knows is disgusting. And the fact that he was able to pull a 33-year-old woman in 2013 and she dated him for 2 years, knowing his background, knowing his history, it just says a lot about some of these women who are involved with R. Kelly. The younger ones, I do feel bad for, but I mean, if you're 33 years old and you're getting caught up with R. Kelly, at that point in time, I had to give your ass the side eye. So anyways, y'all, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. All right, deuces. Hey you guys, it's your girl T. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share my videos. You can also visit Lovelyti.com to purchase any merchandise. Also, don't forget to click the boxes down below to watch any of my previous videos. Talk to y'all later. Deuces.